Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is extra exciting. It is like part 2 of mine and Rebecca's collab. Rebecca Morgan and I collabed 1 month ago on a full face using our hands. We created summery looks. She did way better than me. I did all cream products. Rebecca even did her brows and powder eyeshadow with only her hands. We weren't allowed to use any tools or applicators. And that was a lot of fun. And I had brought forth 2 video ideas to Rebecca when I asked her to collab over a month ago, and we both loved both of the video ideas, so we decided to spread them out. Today we're both going to be talking about the top 5 Canadian indie brands we would like to try. Both Rebecca and I are Canadian, so it just seemed fitting for us to showcase Canadian indie brands. I feel like there are so many flying under the radar. Certain ones are definitely, gaining momentum and being more like mainstream indie brands, which is really exciting. But often I hear a lot of people talking about the US based indie brands, so I wanted to showcase some from my own country. If you don't know who Rebecca Morgan is, though I'm sure you do, she is such a lovely human. She has amazing makeup skills. She is really eco-conscious. She promotes cruelty-free and sustainable beauty on her YouTube channel. She creates the most beautiful, glowy, grungy looks, and she's just so kind and positive in this project panning space. I'm so glad that her and I have gotten to know each other a little bit better. I can call her one of my YouTube friends. She is the co-creator along with Alexi of the Roulette Pan Collab, which is a very popular project pan that's coming back in September, I believe. But that's enough gushing from me. Be sure to check out Rebecca's channel and which 5 indie brands she chose. We have not discussed back and forth which ones we have chose, so I'm very interested to see which ones that she has picked. I'm going to start off with M Cosmetics. I know I've talked about them before. I think I talked about them in the top 5 indie brands I want to try. That was just like broad independent brands. Today it's just Canadian brands, and I have yet to make a purchase. However, I did message the owner of M Cosmetics and ask if they will be having a Canada Day sale, and she said most probably yes, winky face. So I think that that is the perfect opportunity to try the brand. I will insert like a screen recording of their Instagram feed. I think it's so aesthetically pleasing. I love that they give you such a good look at the shades of their eyeshadows to help make a good choice. Amy Loves Makeup has also said in the past that M Cosmetics has her favorite matte eyeshadow formula. So I have a long list of eyeshadows that I would like to try, and I will be making a purchase on July 1st or Canada Day. And I think that will be my last purchase for a really long time. I'm kind of feeling the itch of a no-buy, a little overwhelmed, but that's besides the point. They do often have very limited stock and restock in like sections, so oftentimes a lot of what they carry is sold out, so that's why I have such a long list, and it's kind of ordered in a bit of a priority. I definitely want to get one highlighter in the shade Peach Silk and a couple mattes, mostly maybe a shimmer or 2, but I'm going for mostly mattes, and just fingers crossed I can get a good deal and finally try the brand. Next up, I wanted to talk about Una Beauty. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. They are newly rebranded. It was Amy Dow Cosmetics, and they're like local-ish to me. They're an Atlantic Canadian beauty brand, and she's mostly known for her tanning water, and I was always intrigued by a tanning water and never bit the bullet, but in the Sephora VIB sale I did buy one from Isle of Paradise, and I've been loving it. That's why I'm all of a sudden not white as a ghost. is because I have been self-tanning with tanning waters, and I've been really enjoying that over, you know, a tanning lotion or a tanning mousse. I think the tanning water just works really well for me. But beyond that, she also does eyeshadows, and I'm mostly intrigued by her lipstick formula. I think that they look great. I definitely need to look more into the brand again now that they've rebranded. A couple months ago, I was accepted into their brand ambassador program, but I just didn't have the money to buy. She was selling kind of like a starter kit and have a code, etc. But I just never got around to it, and then all of a sudden a new brand was on my feed and I didn't know who it was, and I realized, oh, this was Amy Dow Cosmetics and they have rebranded. So I need to look more into it, but I would love to support more local brands to me. Speaking of local, Shine by SD has blown up. I've seen Amy Loves Makeup talk about them a long time ago when they first caught my attention, but she didn't give them the best reviews, and since then I feel like way more creators have been trying their products. They seem to have reformulated or like just improved upon their products so much. They are a Nova Scotia black owned, cruelty free, and I believe vegan indie brand, which is just amazing. I've seen Karen Harris talk about them, I believe. Millie from Bad to the Brow, Amy, like I said, and maybe even Angelica, though I might have that wrong. But just seeing like a local company to me, I don't know like where in Nova Scotia, but I'm from Nova Scotia, so just that alone makes me really excited to support them. Their eyeshadows look so crazy good. Next, I want to talk about Cheekbone Beauty. I've had my list of top 5 Canadian indie brands for a long time, and it's so exciting to see that they will be coming to Sephora Canada. That is such a huge deal for a small indie brand. I'm so proud of them, even though I've never purchased from them before. I've just been following them for a while. This is an Indigenous Canadian owned brand, and supporting brands from other cultures has always been on my mind, but recently the discovery of the 215 Indigenous children in British Columbia, and then like everything that's been coming out, Canadians like to be on their high horse about anti-racism. This makes me so emotional. But I would just love to support more Indigenous brands, just like when the Black Lives, I'm like tearing. Just like when the Black Lives Matter movement was really like gaining momentum, pushing forward, everyone was talking about it. Everyone was like being vocal about supporting Black owned makeup brands, supporting Black authors, Black business owners, just rallying and voting with your dollar, and like in that way also saying like that you see them, they matter, I'm going to support your businesses and not Amazon and Walmart. And I want to do the same for Indigenous owners. There are a couple brands on my radar, but Cheekbone Beauty for sure, because they are Canadian. I want to support them. I love that they promote sustainable cosmetics. They're always, you know, spreading like environmental awareness as well as awareness on indigenous issues on their Instagram as well. It's not just about the makeup, and I love when a brand has strong ethics and morals that they stand behind and they're vocal about, and not just when it's convenient. Lastly, and my 5th Canadian indie brand I would like to chat about, I know I've spoken about them before as well, and that's Cleona. they're just so expensive. I know that their eyeshadows are high quality, so beautiful. I understand the cost. Materials for creating such beautiful formulations must be so expensive, but when an eyeshadow, one eyeshadow is like $25, what am I going to do with just one eyeshadow? Like, I'm someone, if I'm going to make an order from an indie brand for single shadows, I want to order like 6 plus, like to get a good idea of a formula. I'm not going to pay shipping on one product. That, when taxes, shipping, all that's included, that's going to be like $200 for me. You know what I mean? I just can't do it right now. I wish I could. The Kaleidos Club Nebula palette was my first true experience with multi-chromes, and I have fallen in love with those, but multi-chromes are just so expensive from many brands, not just Clionadh, but Clionadh I just feel like is on that like top tier. How people talk about Natasha Denona eyeshadows, I feel like Clionadh is like right there with the amount of praise that they get for their formula. They're another brand that is slow on restocks and can sometimes take a long time to ship as well, but their swatches, and I watch like any of my friends who post videos with Clionadh, whether it be Amy, Sophie recently did one in the last month or two, they just look so mesmerizing and beautiful. They're also coming out with a collab palette with someone I'm not familiar with, but the shades that they have teased so far look amazing. I need you to let me know if I like actually need to start saving my pennies to make an order. M Cosmetics is for sure like the next one I'm buying from because they're having a sale. I knew that they have Canada Day sales almost every year, and then I always forget when July 1st comes around. So like this year, I'm doing it. But of the other 4, who should I prioritize? I don't know. I feel like Cheekbone Beauty, as soon as they hit Sephora Canada, that just makes it really easy and accessible for everyone. You can get free shipping. I think that will definitely push me over the edge to making an order from them as well. All 5 of them. I mean, all 5 of them are on this list because I want to support them and try out their makeup. Whether I've heard people rave about them for so long, or I just want to support local, hardworking business women. I'm trying to think more about where my money is going. I've been making more indie purchases this year and a little bit last year as well. And it's causing me to like pause and think when I'm, about to place an Amazon order, like just shop local if you can, not just in makeup, but because makeup is what I talk about in this space, it's what I'm passionate about, what I love, it's what I spend a lot of my disposable income on. That's just like at the forefront of my mind, like what local, I'm talking like Canada as a whole as being local, even though we're like the 3rd largest country. What local companies can I support with my money, as well as my voice on this platform that I have? So those are the top 5 Canadian indie brands I would love to purchase like ASAP. Obviously I can't do that all at one time, but these are the ones that are at like the forefront of my mind. Which ones did you like the looks of? Are you Canadian? Do you support Canadian indie brands as well? If you're not Canadian, what brand local-ish to you would you like to support soon? I would love to hear about more indie brands around the world down in my comments. Thank you again to Rebecca Morgan for collaborating with me for the 2nd time. I had so much fun filming both of these videos. I can't wait to watch your video and see which 5 Canadian indie brands you chose. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!